Well, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for joining me for the Prancing Pony Podcast Plays. How's everybody doing this afternoon? I'm hoping that y'all are doing well and enjoying your week. Any cool Tolkien stuff going on? I do have a special guest for us today. I'm trying to see if he's already in the chat. Let's see. Are you here? Let's get him on board here. Looks like it. All right, let's get that camera on. We'll get the mic going. And it looks like we're looking at his keyboard. Let's take a look. See, there we go. We can hear him.
Okay. Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Look at my camera set. Oh, I see. Right on. Hang on.
It's a blurry keyboard.
All right. There we are. Okay.
Corey Olsen, welcome, the Tolkien Professor. Everybody, please welcome Corey.
Good to be here.
It is good to have you, man. Ever since I started this, I thought, it'd be fun to get Corey on here one of these days.
It is. This is going to be great.
This is going to be a lot of fun. Let me see. I had to take the chat off to give more screen space to us, but I think I might be able to do it this way and then show the chat on stream.
Cool.
See, but then it's too big. How do I?
It's fine.
All right. Well, we're just going to turn off the show stream and. Well, you can't see chat if we do that. So I'm going to have to do that. Let's see. I'll figure this out. You're the boss. So let's do this. You're the special guest. So we want to feature you. All right. It is good to have you with us. So we typically, I doubt you've watched this for the same reason I typically don't even get a chance to watch your streams because I'm too busy. Therefore, you're also too busy. But we chat usually for about 5, 10, sometimes 15 minutes. I think there's even a bingo game. Katie, if you could make sure that bingo card is, it's a randomly generated thing. And one of the squares is Alan talks for 15 minutes before starting the game.
Well, I was going to say that I bet nobody had Corey shows up on time on their bingo card. So
we should add that. Yeah, that's
There we go. I'll sit like this.
There we go. Yeah, perfect. That works. I appreciate that. I've been trying to figure out this chat because what it enables, of course, our YouTube and Twitchers to be able to talk
it's great. It's nice having it folded right in. I have the same because I use Restream for my broadcast too. So I have the same aggregator, but I don't project it on. I just have it on a window that I can
and that's usually what I do once I'm in game because it takes up too much screen real estate to do otherwise. But then I realized you wouldn't be able to see the chat, so I might have to figure out how to leave it over the game so that people can ask you questions while I'm looking like an idiot. Demay asks what tea you're drinking these days.
This is actually just water today. Just water.
If I had 5 minutes, I'd go get my Celsius, but I think I'll stick with water as well.
I break out my favorite tea when I need caffeine, but my favorite tea is Celestial Seasonings Fast Lane tea, which has like as much caffeine as coffee. And
Fast Lane, I like that.
But it's like a smooth, mellow, like cinnamon flavored black tea. It's so good.
So it's the kind of thing you could drink a lot of, and the next thing you know, you're
absolutely
starting university and spending 30 years
because like
the first half of
one of my great misfortunes in life is that try howsoever hard I've never been able to come to really enjoy the flavor of coffee. I just don't like coffee, and so I will drink coffee medicinally when I need caffeine,
like a good whiskey, one says.
When I need caffeine, I much prefer my high caliber tea.
I hear you. People ask me the same thing about coffee. I'm similar. I love the smell of it, and then I'm like, why does it taste like dirt? So I've tried to acquire the taste for years. I've tried, and I haven't succeeded. So. If I get a thing of milk that's like slightly coffee flavored, they call it a latte.
Yes,
I can usually tolerate it, but
I can tolerate that sort of thing.
Dwarf versus Hobbit proportion.
That's right.
Well, it's actually probably relatively close. Corey is taller
we're just
than I
trying to
am.
do, it's like, foreshortening going on here. I'm sitting much closer to the camera than Alan is. So,
we should do the Frodo Gandalf moment in the cart.
Exactly. Exactly. I've got a tennis ball right over here.
That's right.
Where Alan's head is, so that I know
I'm
where
looking
to
over.
make
wrong way. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
You're like Brady Bunch stuff. Hey.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man. All right. I'm waiting for chat to jump alive. It's like everybody's like, oh wow, it's Corey and Alan. We're just gonna sit here and absorb the hilarity. And I'm not seeing a lot of chat in there, but yeah, on the tea front, I typically will take my caffeine cold and bubbly. So it's probably because I live in Southern California where it's never really cold enough to justify like a really warm drink.
Yeah.
Katie says I'm multitasking, and she yells it because she's in all caps. So
there you go. Yeah. Absolutely.
Sure, not Sue. Yeah, well, yeah, we don't want an Austen fan for Sue. Who's Sue? I never knew. Was there a Sue in one of the Austen novels? I didn't know.
No, but that. I'm sure she very justifiably has many fans.
Oh, so, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know Alan isn't, but wow, Nate, you're right. I'm not. Nate asks if you are a festival player in LOTRO, and if you like the new stuff to the Spring Festival.
So I don't play much festival stuff. I mostly because I'm working in my LOTRO streaming. I'm working my way through the story in two separate ways. I have one character on the fast track, with an asterisk next to fast.
Fast
that is
or Corey.
No, it's fast. It's just infrequent. That's the problem.
Oh, I see. There we go.
So I have one character who's like the first character I ever made. It's my guardian character, and I will stream him and I'll just do the epic. So like I'll just do the epic to try to get the main story, because they still can make this game faster than I can play it. Like
I know, seriously. I know. Can we stop for just a couple?
They get further and further ahead of me all the time. Yeah. So just in order to see hey, what are they doing with the storyline? I will stream Wigan, but I do it infrequently. In fact, somewhere around once a year, when I do my big marathon. So I'll do a 12-hour marathon with that, and I'll get through a whole bunch, like a whole
book of the epic. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'll get through. I usually can get through a whole bunch of a couple books, but anyway. But I only get to do that once or sometimes twice a year, and then my weekly stream, with a little asterisk next to weekly, the asterisk being when I'm not traveling for Moots, because it's Friday afternoons, and so that's a travel day for me usually on the weekends. That is. But when I'm not traveling for Moots, I'm on Friday afternoons doing my stream with Grifflet, my Hobbit burglar. And Grifflet is going more. He is a quest completionist. I'm not a deed completionist.
Okay, so you're not out to slay 500 wolves.
No. I'm Grifflet is sternly opposed
stream content to kill that many.
Yeah. Grifflet is sternly opposed to grinding, and in fact, I only get through the kill 12 things quests because people will ask lore questions. So I have so I'll be doing lore discussions, which means that it's truly gripping stream action, because I'll be half the time Griffith will be standing there because I'll get distracted, and we'll be getting into this point. So we were doing this really
distracted.
Yeah,
talking
I know
about lore.
I know. Yesterday we got into this really fun discussion where we were doing some analysis. So we were addressing the question about when people's eyes flash. When does actual visual light, when are physical photons emerging from somebody's eyeballs, and when is it just a metaphor? And so we were looking at so people were I had a couple of people doing text searches, and they were putting quotations in the chat. And we were looking at all of these different examples, and we came up with this really interesting sort of overarching theory. But needless to say, not a whole lot of spiders actually got killed during that sequence. So
they were happy though. The spiders enjoyed the lore chat too.
The spiders enjoyed the lore chat. Yeah. So anyway, so sometimes the lore chats end up making the stream less efficient. But still, it's I enjoy the story. I enjoy talking about I enjoy both the sort of macro story of the overarching
it's really cool
epic, plus the like micro story of the individual regions and like what's happening within particular
They do a really good job
and
of developing characters within those regions. We're in the Norcrofts right now, and folks, we're going to go per Corey's recommendation. We're going to actually go back to Cliving and solve that murder mystery. So it's a lot of fun. We started, of course, because we found the poison and knocked ourselves out. We found the weapon and the dead guy, but we now have to question people. And I was like, we'll come back to Cliving later, maybe, because Corey, one of the things I do is I focus on the epics, and then I'll grab other quests along the way, and I'll usually end up abandoning half of them. I'll basically just do the ones that I can do while I am chasing down the epic. Like, okay, so for the epic, I need to go here and do this, but in the meantime, I'm going to pick up this kill 6 wolves because it's going to happen while I'm out.
Right.
I'll also pick them up because sometimes I can use Mithril to port back, and that's nice on a stream because I don't have to walk the whole way.
I think, did they start giving Mithril coins with VIP memberships? Like you get like a regular. I know is that like within the last few years, all of a sudden I had hundreds and hundreds of Mithril coins. I don't think they might have given some in, I think in the silver and gold packages that you get each week. And I picked up a bunch when they were on sale, because the only time I'll buy LOTRO points is when they're 2 for 1. And the only time I'll buy Mithril coins is when they're on sale. I have a stash, and I'll use them for porting myself around, basically. I wonder if maybe you lost during the server transfer, whether, Katie, correct me if I'm wrong, did some of the housing stuff get converted into Mithril coins, or was that housing credit thing? Maybe. That might have.
I have a lifetime VIP. That's true.
I don't have lifetime. I
started playing very early.
I started playing early too, immediately after they closed the lifetime memberships. Like seriously, it couldn't have been 4 months after they closed the lifetime memberships. And I was like, okay, I'll finally start playing LOTRO. And they're like, oh, you just missed the lifetime memberships.
That's a killer.
It's fine. I don't mind supporting them. I've been paying my annual membership for 10 years. And I'm like, look, I'm happy to do my part to keep Standing Stone afloat.
I am too. I still spend, even though I've got the lifetime VIP, they still get plenty of my money. But that might be one of the best deals in gaming. The fact that, for what was it, like $150 back then, you get a lifetime, and I've been playing it for 18 years.
No, that is it's funny. You got to think that if they'd known they'd still be around,
they would have charged
15 years later, they wouldn't have done that, or they
wouldn't have even offered it. Or they would have done something in a fine print, like, if the game is still going in 10 years, we reserve the right to cancel this.
Right. You've got to re-up or something. Yeah.
Like, really, exactly. But it's been good. I think that I want to say it's 250 or 500 LOTRO points a month just automatically with the VIP.
I get a bunch of,
is what gets converted into
right. And especially since I'm kind of infrequent. I mean, I rarely get a chance to play off
Exactly.
So yes, I always have LOTRO points. I always have Mithril coins. I'm spoiled in those ways. So I spend most of my LOTRO points on XP boosts for my Guardian when I'm doing the epic, because I can't.
You're trying to zoom up. Yeah.
So I use that. Whereas with Grifflet, I've got him tortoise stoned.
I'm about to have to do that because Hilbern just keeps. I mean, I'll level myself up to get to the next like really cool tier of either crafted armor that one of my, like, if my tailor can make a set of teal stuff at level 75, let's say, then I'll crank up that XP, get to 75, and then tortoise for a while.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll undo it until I get to 81, and then I can tortoise again, but at 81 I get to reforge, that kind of thing. So
Grifflet is 119, and I try to keep him 4 levels ahead of the quests that I'm doing.
So like
locally.
Light blue, dark blue.
Yeah, because he's
green, he doesn't get anything.
Because he's a burglar, and I'm soloing a burglar, and I'm not in it for the gameplay challenge. Like
exactly,
I'm not trying to be.
I'm never going to be one of those guys who like goes and makes the environment more difficult to get something.
No,
I
just like I'm here
for the story until like 6 months ago, and I was like, you could do that. But why?
Yes. No. I'm here for the story and everything. And I do want to make sure that the main thing is I don't want to miss quests. So I don't want the quests to get grayed out, you know, because then I'll miss them entirely and I can't even get them. So, so 4 is my number. You know, I try to keep him 4 up from wherever he is on the landscape. And
that's about right.
But yeah, he's tortoise most of the time. Yeah. So
I need to probably put that on Hilbern here in a little bit. I just saw a question here. It was an interesting question. I have to say the answer is probably not at all. The question was, it's from Nate. If you didn't already have lifetime VIP and they reoffered it now, what would you be willing to pay? I don't know how long they'll last. I mean,
yeah, well, exactly. At this point, I mean, but
I keep wondering.
But this is the problem. That, of course, would have been the calculation back then too. You know,
that's true. So, that is true. I just keep waiting for the hammer to fall. You know, to get that email that says we're shutting down next year, and you're like, no.
Yes, I'm not. Like, it's not like I'm expecting that. I'm not expecting that. But
no, I'm not either.
But especially at the same time, like,
project got tanked. Yeah.
It isn't that there's no dread. I mean,
I know.
Someday, right?
Someday.
But I mean, they're getting up towards 20 now, which is like 150 in video game years.
It really is. There's not too many other 18-year-old games that I play. You know?
No.
Jordan asked if I run it on my Mac. I actually don't. I do restream on the Mac, but I play my games on my PC. It's just a much better setup that way.
It is. I do play on my Mac, but I play on Windows Parallels on my Mac.
Oh, man. Ouch.
Yeah.
When I play on my Mac, I use Whiskey. It's like a bottle. Okay. Yeah, it's a similar concept, but it's not full blown. Like I didn't have to install Windows to make it work. Yeah. All right. Well, you know, speaking of the game, we should probably get into that. The 2 legends on screen at the same time. Now there's what legends are we talking about here? All right, let's get this going. So what we do typically, and this is going to take a little bit for me to figure out. I'll jump in game. We're only going to show one screen. Obviously, you'll be in game too, but your stream, we won't stream your stream. We'll stream my stream.
Yep.
And then I got to figure out how I'm going to do the display of both of us because I think I can figure it out. But let's get this going.
Meantime, let me get some advice from the chat because it's been a long time since I've navigated around Rohan. So I've brought Grifflet back to Rohan, and I've been popping around from one stable master to the other. And as far as I can tell, there is not a single stable master. Like I came in from Helm's Deep, and I'm in Edoras right now. And like, does anybody go to the Norcrofts from here? I can't find a stable master to the Norcrofts. Like, what on earth? Like, how do I get there? So what's the best? So for the chat, anybody who can make a recommendation from Edoras, how to stable.
I can also always just summon you. You know, we'll get in there.
Oh yeah, well that's true, but this is always a fun game.
So there's
hang on, Bree Crossroads. Just look this up.
So there's the game screen, and what I want to do is make us. There we go. Picture in picture. There. That's what I'm going to want. And folks, we are going to turn the chat stream off. So Katie, if there's a question for Corey, either you can just text it to me in the DM chat, in the Discord chat, and I'll read it. Or if you want, I can send you a link and you can join the stream just so that you're in the private chat. You won't have a camera or a mic. I think probably the Discord's easier because then I'll just read the question out loud. But we're going to go ahead and turn off the show on stream so we can actually get things rolling.
There we go.
And let me turn up my headphones.
Okay, but hang on. I think I just missed my the answer to my question about how I get there.
I just realized I'm not going to be able to hear you. All right, let me see how I can remember how to do this here. All right, so let's see. So if I guess if I just play, instead of playing on my PC, I can play through the stream and see if that works. That way I can hear you still.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's going to be very odd, like, you know, how do I communicate? Oh, yes. Except I can't see anything. All right, let me figure this out. Katie, do you have any ideas in the meantime while she's thinking about possible solution?
Are you using OBS?
No, I'm using Restream. And, I'm using a Streamer X, Rode X streamer.
Okay.
So that's what's bringing in. I actually don't even pipe in. I can't pipe in the audio for some reason, even though it's connected by HDMI. the way I bring the audio in is like literally turning my speakers up. So
weird.
It is very weird.
Man, audio, I tell you, audio connections are the worst.
Audio really is a problem. So how
It's so strange too. Like, you'd think video would be 10 times harder than audio, but
you'd think it would. But audio is the one that always causes me trouble.
Always trouble.
I ran into some problems the other day recording TTT episodes, and it turns out it was that my teleprompter software was forcing a 44.1 sample rate, and everything else is at 48. So I was having a timing mismatch. You're like,
right?
How? Why? Why is there no standard? Why is it not like USB-C?
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's strange.
In-game audio right now is not important. That is true. Being able to actually see what I'm doing is, though. So I'm going to try to. I know if I run the audio of this. Okay, so I know what I need to do. I need to go back to my Mac, and I need to say for its applications, I want to send the sound out through my MacBook Pro speakers because they won't care that I'm doing something else. And let me just turn that up. All right. Can you give me a test and let me see if I hear you?
Yep. Here I am.
Perfect. I can hear you. You're coming from my screen left, which is perfect. Okay. And now I will come back to the PC and unmute it, but I will turn it down a little bit because like Demay said, it's not, oops. In-game audio is not super important right now. All right.
Right.
All right. Let me just confirm now that I'm in-game that I can still hear you, Corey.
Okay. Here I am. Very good.
Oh, I must have muted you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I did. Now you're fine.
Okay. You muted me. Okay. All right. Here we go.
All right. We are good. So let me find my way over to Cliving after I open up a silver gift and apply the Pathetic Virtue XP. All right. Let's see. Let me pull up those quests. That was a Norcroft's. Did I cancel it?
I was just looking at the Stable Master map, and I wish they had a reverse lookup. Like I can click on any of them and see where you can go to from there.
That's what I want too. I know.
But I want the reverse lookup version.
There was a great plugin for a while that no longer works. It hasn't worked for a couple of years that enabled you to basically, you would tell it, I'm here, or it would know where you are. And you'd say, I want to go here. And it would say, oh, go to this Stable Master, take it to this one, to this one, to that one. And you're like,
oh man, that's just a cheat code.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. I loved it.
Wow.
Right, so I'm going to move up to to Cliving via Swift travel from Elthengels. And then I will summon you after I get you in the fellowship.
Okay.
I don't even think I've got you as a friend. So we're gonna how do I spell Grifflet?
Gryfflet.
Okay. Grifflet, there you are. All right. I am going to invite you. I've invited you. I'm supposed to see Katie says, I just looked this up, go to Snowborn or Parthgalen via Stangard. I see Katie, and I'm so sorry. I was just trying to solve that problem. But I'm going to go ahead and just summon you because that's what I can do.
That'll be simple.
And that way you don't even have to worry about it.
Okay. Okay. I'm very slowly preparing to travel.
Isn't that the craziest one? That is like the biggest countdown timer.
It is. So it's one of my low-key favorite things about LOTRO is the present participles that are contained within the progress bars. Like I collect favorite present participles.
I love it. That's so brilliant.
Preparing is not great. Examining is one of my least favorite, but sometimes you can get a really fun, juicy one.
Yeah.
You know, like one of those quests where you're supposed to go around and talk to people and you get encouraging or, I think I got exhorting once.
Exhorting, really yes.
Excited.
Chastising, I think I got once. Yeah.
Chastising. That's a good one too.
That was one of my favorites. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to talk to Walnoth and pick up that mystery quest again. All right. Available quests. Questioning the cook. Questioning the guard captain. And questioning the neighbor. All right. So let's go track these people down. Where are they in town?
Okay.
They are, it looks like the cook is ahead of us. The guard, I remember where the guard is. Okay, so let's go to the cook and let's beat him. I mean, ask him questions.
Yeah, there's some serious interrogation needing to be happening.
That's right.
Here. So we found the body, and the body was in the...
It was upstairs. You had to go upstairs in the apothecary place, right?
Yeah.
And he had the, he'd been stabbed, and we found a bloody dagger. And at that point, I was like, I've got too many things to do. I'm going to go someplace else. But now we're going to pick this up. We're going to actually solve the mystery. So we're going to talk to Kettlegat, the cook for Athelward, about, he's the one who had the poison, because there's the poison right there. Don't drink from that.
Right.
The kitchen is restricted for most commoners. On occasion, Ethelward's advisors or the riders are invited in to have a meal prepared or borrow some ingredients. No one has entered that would arouse suspicion, but then again, I cannot imagine anyone who would want to harm the Reeve. Oh, I don't know. I met a woman down in Elthingles who would probably do a lot of harm.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, actually, the Reeve of this place, like, there's like a whole, like, there's got to be an orderly queue forming.
Seriously, this guy's kind of a... When they told me that Elfhelm was the Thane down in one of the other towns, I'm like, why is he just the Thane? Why is he not the Reeve of the whole thing?
Yeah, he really needs
political connections to Wormtongue, maybe.
Yeah.
So Kettlegat tells us that the only people normally in the kitchen are Eldora and myself. Eldora is a young girl who helps me with cleaning in the kitchen. And she has been acting strangely of late. Oh, you're throwing her under the bus. I'm suspicious of you now. Sometimes leaving the kitchen without notice. I'm not quite sure what to make of her behavior. All right. I have learned that the cook's aide has been acting strangely.
According to the cook.
According to the... That's like beneficial... If you're the one who's done it, throw off the... Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right, Griff. Let's go talk to the guard captain. I think he's up here in the keep, or not the keep, but near the meat hall. He's over here, right? Nope. Up one more level. I do love the different meat houses. The meat halls, yes. I should say, in the different towns.
The individuality. I have to say that I think still... and I say still. So where I've gotten up to, I just in my Griffith stream yesterday finished.
Sorry, I'm a bit distracted by this dude doing arm raises.
Yeah, no, I think he's waiting to be frisked. So this happens sometimes.
That's funny.
All right. It's okay, man. You probably don't have any concealed weapons.
That's right.
Or maybe you're supposed to, but
that I would think. Theodmar. One of the men in my command, Swithorn, reported that his dagger had gone missing, probably because he put it in the back of the apothecary. No, not but a few hours ago. I've been rather lenient with Swithorn about the matter, for his mind is clouded with grief. His elder brother was slain by orcs just outside of Elthingos, when Athelward gave orders that we abandon the defenses there in order to protect Cliving. Swithorn's a good man. I hope he does not harbor ill feelings toward the Reeve or his fellow riders. Theodmar believes the dagger belonged to a soldier named Swithorn. All right, we got one more person to talk to, and it is Undesdal, Malbeort's neighbor, I should say, about who she saw. So let's go find her. I'm having flashbacks to the Princess Bride and Vicini. I can clearly not choose the guard captain in front of me. Like, it's going to be like, I have no idea which guy, who did it. Oh, I forget you're a burglar, so I'm going to turn off my find the path. I'm like running, and Griffith's like,
you're kind of leaving me behind, but that's all right. I can ride a pony and get behind you.
You can ride your warhorse and just go. And we're going to skip Walnoth for now, because I don't want to tell him about these two until after I can tell him about all three. I love the lightning. For an old game and the fact that the sky is just like a shell, they do a good job of making it, dynamic.
Yeah, and I think the atmosphere is one of the things that they upgraded.
I think they
did that upgrade a while back.
There's Undesdal, Malbeort's neighbor, who will undoubtedly throw. Well, Malbeort's dead, right? So it's not. You must be new to town. Welcome. You want to know who's been seeing Malbeort? Well, he offers treatment and advice to so many, from small children and pets to the Reeve himself. I myself have not seen him since early afternoon yesterday. Prior to that, a few people visited him. A young girl who works in the kitchens. Aha, okay. So the aide. One of Theomar's riders. Oh, that's going to be the guy whose dagger it was. And that old fool, Wigfugal. Wigfugal in particular seemed very troubled. I would be troubled if I was named Wigfugal.
Yeah.
Honestly. He seemed very troubled. Has been visiting almost daily. All right. Corey, what are you thinking? You've already played this one before, but we've got a troubled man named Wigfugal. So we're going to go back and talk to Walnoth, but I got to get the Tolkien professor's opinion here. Where are you leaning in your suspicions?
I certainly the implications being made against the kitchen maid. I wouldn't like to think that those had any substance, because
that feels pretty self-serving
it really sounded kind of squirrely. So you can't totally disprove it as evidence, but
no,
but still, I wouldn't like to think that. As far as the dagger, on the one hand, like the ownership of the murder weapon, but like, we don't have any evidence that he used it apart from the fact that it was his dagger. So like that's,
and he claims to have lost it, which you would do if you killed somebody.
Sure. But also if somebody had taken your dagger to kill somebody with. So
that's exactly right. I want to know when did he report it stolen, before the murder or after the murder? Unfortunately, I don't think the guard captain helped me out with that. All right. Let's see what Walnoth has to say. I'm assuming we're probably going to have to choose a guilty party pretty quickly. So we'll talk about questioning the cook first. Most citizens would have a difficult time sneaking in. The kitchen servant seems suspicious. I'll keep her in mind as a suspect. I almost want to give this guy a different voice. I'll keep her in mind as a potential suspect. Or at the very least, she may witness something that could be helpful to us. I think she might be the one. All right. Questioning the guard captain. So the evidence says the dagger belonged to Swithorn. Not well acquainted with him, but I don't like what we've learned thus far. Do you suspect he harbors a grudge against the Reeve for the fate of his brother? Could one blame him if he did?
All of this is really dodging the fact that the Reeve is the clear problem here.
If the problem that we're trying to solve is which of these 6 people that wanted to kill the Reeve actually killed the Reeve.
Yes.
And we might be asking the wrong question.
There comes a point at which the proliferation of motives to murder the Reeve becomes a Reeve problem. Indicates that there is a larger issue here.
There is definitely a larger issue. All right. So now we've got to probably... Okay. Oh, now we still got to talk to more people.
Okay.
He believes we're getting ever closer to solving this mystery, Hilbern. There are 3 primary suspects that we must consider. The soldier, Swithorn, the cook's assistant, Eldora, and the old man, Wigfugal. Each was seen visiting Malbeord and may have killed him to cover their attempted poisoning against Reeve Athelward. You've been paramount to our progress in this investigation thus far, mostly because I'm the only one doing any work, Walnoth. Interrogating these individuals will prove to be crucial to discovering the truth. So now you got to go talk to these 3 people directly.
Okay, we're going to confront the suspects?
Yeah, confronting each of the suspects. So it looks like on the map, there are 2 this direction and 1 up in the... All right, let's go this way. Whoa, got run over by a horse. That's what happens when you can basically, you're no taller than the surrounding grass.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Thank you for following me around. I want your opinion on these.
Murderers. I agree. I think, again, and little of it really changes the fact that
I'm going to hide in the shrub. You can't see me now.
Wigfugal.
All right, Wigfugal. You suspect me of these rumored crimes? How shameful. Know that I am a respected elder in this community. Corey, is that something that we need to say when we do our shows? Or are we respected elders in this community?
No, it's hard to think that somebody who has to say, I am a respected elder, has probably
might not be so
overestimated
respected.
the degree of
Probably
respect
Elder.
they actually receive.
That's a good point. I say that because, of course, I'm actually working with Matt right now, and he makes more old jokes than any of my other co-hosts combined.
Right.
So respected elder feels like something he would say something.
No, yeah,
about.
totally. Yeah,
that's a Matt thing for sure. So this guy, the unfortunately named Wigfugal, do you, by the way, know enough Old English to tell me what that name means?
Well, Wig is war.
Yeah.
But I don't know Fugal. I'm not sure of the second part of it.
Darn it! What kind of Tolkien scholar are you? Just kidding.
One whose Old English is real rusty by now.
I'm not even sure that like Mike Trout would know off the top of his head. I don't know.
Oh, he probably would.
He probably would. That's fair.
His Old English is not rusty at all.
No, his Tolkien. I was gonna say his Tolkien's not rusty at all either. But that's
no. No, it isn't. Right.
Oh man!
By the way, I'm about 80% of the way through reading his book, which is.
I was about to say that's just it's a hard read because it's really good. Like
it's so good.
It's so deep.
It's so good. I mean, I honestly, I think that so this is the Tower and the Ruin for people who don't know about Mike Trout's new book. I think it's one of the 5 greatest Tolkien books of all time. I mean, I think it takes its place right up there with like Author of the Century and other like totally essential Tolkien books.
It's on my list. The 2 books in the last few years that have joined that list of Author of the Century, Carpenter biography, I think Garth's Tolkien and the Great War is on there.
Tolkien and the Great War,
But I would say Drought's book, Tower and the Ruin, and Tom Hillman's Pity, Power, and Tolkien Drink.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 books alone, just wow. I mean,
it's so good. Yeah, like what is so exciting is one of the things. So reading Mike Trout's book, like reading the first chapter, I was like, oh my goodness, this is so. Yeah. It's so exciting to get a book by a scholar who has been just doing the kind of work that Mike Trout has been doing for so long. And, when you get those, like, I'm not saying, of course, that Mike Trout is at the end of his career. Mike Trout has still plenty of runway left. However, he's been doing this for a long time.
His career.
And you can see, but the book from the beginning has the feeling of this, like, I am looking back on like my career and my life, his lifetime of reading Tolkien, right? And because there are some books that, like, I mean, a younger person, no matter how brilliant, could not have written that book. Because it is a book that requires exactly. So much of it is based on his experience, and not only his experience, like his experience as a reader, his experience as a teacher, his experience as a scholar, and his experience as like in the scholarly world, like being, as one of the editors of Tolkien Studies, he has been, for decades now. He has been also like, at the like epicenter of like, almost, all Tolkien scholarship that has been coming out and everything. So we like all of that experience, looking back on all of those things and bringing that experience together to try to answer a question that is almost impossible to answer. And again, so I mean, and the answer to the question is basically like, why does The Lord of the Rings have the effect that it has on readers? Like
we can all acknowledge that it does, but what's the reason for that? What's the mechanism by which
can we explain? This? And so, like, when I was reading the first chapter, I was like, oh my goodness, is he actually writing this book? Like, is he going to actually do this? And he has been, and it's amazing. It is so really good,
incredible.
It is so good.
I would definitely, how we talk about the must-read list. I would not put that at the front end of that list for somebody who's just getting into Tolkien. Like,
no.
I think you got to read the bio first, and maybe you got to read. I even think Author of the Century or Road to Middle Earth, whichever one you want to choose, would be next before this one. It's just.
Oh yeah, no. This is I agree. It's a book that. It's certainly not a like help me get into Tolkien.
Oh gosh, no.
It's the opposite.
May I recommend Why We Love Middle Earth?
Right, exactly. I mean, and you and I and Don Marshall and
Yeah.
we're all tending to address that audience, the audience of people who are sort of wanting to get into things. That's why I wrote my Hobbit book, to be like,
I was gonna say
help,
that's a great example of
help
a
people
focus.
to dive deeper into something.
Yeah.
But yes, it's Drought's book is going to be a wonderful read for people who have been reading Tolkien for a long time.
That's the other thing. I think multiple read throughs. If you've only read Lord of the Rings once, still not. You need to have multiple read throughs, I think, to grasp, because he points out. I mean, it's so many jaw dropping moments of the connections and the like. When you read that book, there are a lot of moments where your brain just sort of melts down a little bit. Verlin Flieger's the same way, where she'll make an observation and you're like, why have I not thought of that before?
Right.
Like now it seems painfully obvious because she's pointed this out. Tom's the same way too. And so yeah, folks, if you have not yet read Tower in the Ruin and you are like you fancy yourself a Tolkien fan and you've read the Lord of the Rings a few times, you read the Silmarillion once or twice, tackle it. It is well worth it. Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he would know what Wigfugal means. He would probably also already know who killed the guy or tried to kill the guy. So.
Yeah. I was just cheating. Looking up Fugal online. I think it's a word, so it might be something like warbird or something.
Warbird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like warbird or battlebird.
Ooh, I like that. Not Freebird.
Not Freebird.
Then
it would be different.
But warbird. Yeah.
Warbird. Right. Yeah.
I was visiting Malbeort for treatment to the terrible nightmares I began having shortly after my son and his family lost their lives. His croft was raided and burned in the first orc assaults, and still our warders refused to defend those helpless families outside the city walls. It is true, I harbor no love for the Reeve after such a heartless decision. Yet I would not resort to poisoning him. Consider for a moment how a citizen such as myself would have access to the Reeve's kitchen. Surely someone would have noticed my unexpected presence there. He makes a point. Have we mentioned the kitchen?
No.
I don't remember mentioning the kitchen to him.
I guess I guess you could say that with poisoning, it's a reasonable.
You'd have to have access to the kitchen
projection, but
all right, let's go talk to the next person. Also, he doesn't strike me as, I mean, like if he wanted to kill the Reeve, I think he'd just walk into the hall with a knife and stab him. I mean,
probably, especially since he's like an older guy who's lost his sons, right?
Right.
So
his son and family. Yeah.
Yeah. He kind of like doesn't have much to lose. And so, yeah, you'd think he would just like walk up and stab him, even knowing he'd get killed right after. He'd get killed,
but he'd at least take the guy down. Oh, Eldora's home. Uh-oh. Okay. But she's behind the curtain. Is that okay? Is she modest?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
She is. Okay.
Okay, good.
There's somebody lying in bed.
Oh dear.
Who?
Oh, no.
I know that you're investigating the poison found in the kitchen and the murder of Malbeor. Yes, I've heard the rumors. I must explain my actions so that you understand why I'm innocent in these matters. I've been taking care of the injured man you see before us, Freystan. Taking care of. I see what you mean. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. He was wounded. Okay. All right. Fair. He was wounded in battle and is greatly impaired. I care greatly for Freystan, though he knows it not. And I have been overseeing his aid through medicinal. Oh no, we've got that word again. Through medicinal herbs that Malbeort has provided for us. I have been here frequently tending to him, thus my absence from the kitchen. That herbs and herbs thing is always a thing.
Yeah.
For me, I've always done it herbs because I'm American.
Yeah.
But working with Sarah has gotten me to the point where I sometimes say herbs, but I always want to say Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass when I do that.
Sure.
Corey's like, why did I agree to come on the show? All right. The medicinal herbs. I've been here frequently tending to him. Thus my absence from the kitchen. I'm sorry, Eldora. I don't mean to call your reputation into
I was going to say,
we do these sorts of things here. We always sort of
shade on Eldora here.
Little wink, wink, nudge, nudge sort of thing.
I don't know. an implicit trust in her chastity here.
I do. She is a young woman actually, and she just cares for this guy, and he's not even looking at her. So I don't. It is true that no one can account for my whereabouts when the crimes were committed, but know that I have no more reason to harm Athelward than anyone else in town. That is to say, everyone else in town.
Exactly. And there's the problem. Everyone in town has the same
That's
motive.
right. Everybody has motive, and a lot of people have opportunity. Furthermore, Malbeort was helping me to treat Freyston. I would never have wished harm to come upon him. Okay, she is definitely... I'm beginning to suspect the cook himself.
Uh-huh.
That's where my heart's going. Like, this dude, what do you mean? You're throwing your assistant under the bus, and yet clearly she's not the one. So
right. And especially if, okay, so like she has been sneaking out of the kitchen because she's like tending to the wounded,
taking care of this man she loves.
Yeah, exactly. And so, like, fair enough, she's sneaking out, but that just, again, it just seems further to add to the fact that like this just gives him an excuse to point the finger. So
and she was very open and honest about it immediately. Like, she didn't she just was like, I've been gone, and I want to explain to you why I was gone. She doesn't try to say, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. And although no one in Cliving has no motive to kill the Reed,
true,
her motive does not really seem like it's weaker than Wigfugal's motive.
Oh yeah. I mean, I would say, as unlikely as Wigfugal is to have killed him, or attempted to kill him and then killed Malbeort, she's even less likely.
Yeah.
So unless Swithorn's really dodgy, I'm leaning towards the cook himself, because we got to have somebody who has access to the kitchen. So it's got to be either the cook or his aide or somebody else in there. So is the dude in here, or is he outside? I think he might be outside. I love the way that the care and effort they've put into creating these environments in Rohan, the architecture, everything.
In my opinion, I think I started saying this and then interrupted myself earlier on, which is a continual problem.
I might have done it because I do that too.
I think that Rohan is the pinnacle of LOTRO graphic design and cosmetic design. It is my favorite.
I agree. As much as I like some of the newer regions, and it's clever and it's creative, there's no grounding in the text, and so it just gives them, and they're doing a great job with it. Don't get me wrong. I love the looks and the colors. I love the brightness in Umbar and the turquoises and the all this cool stuff. But this is what feels right. Like, this feels.
Yeah, no, it does. And the care with which they have made the different regions of Rohan, like, their symbolism, the variations of color and design, but staying within the overall theme. It's so, and each, so well done. And all of it so attractive. Also, I have to say, this is assisted by the fact that Rohan is the best part of. So one of the things that I love about being a quest completionist is that in Rohan, especially, when you complete all of the quests in all of the areas, by the time you're finished, like by the time you're finished in the Norcrofts, with all of the local quests, you will have received a complete Norcrofts cosmetic outfit.
Yeah.
Like that is unique to the Norcrofts. And then you go to the Sootcrofts and you get like a total Sootcrofts. So like, through that, I had gotten like complete cosmetic sets for every part of Rohan. And it was like, it was so satisfying. That really got me. It's Rohan that got me addicted to cosmetics. Yeah. But I've been really disappointed, because as soon as they got to Gondor, and then afterwards, the cosmetics were never as good again. Like, the cosmetics in Gondor were like, they were all like duplicates of each other. And now I'm in Northern Mirkwood, having just finished Mordor, is where Grifflet is coming from. He just came from the near the Long Lake is where Grifflet ported in from this morning. And
very cool.
It is very cool. But again, but now their cosmetics are all hodgepodge. So like, when I complete the region, I still have like I got 2 sets of shoulder pads and like a hauberk and a pair of boots, but like my pants
been
and
mismatched and there's no
helmet and
gloves
everything are
and
still from Mordor, and it's a mess. So like it's but
there's a
anyway, so
thematic
like
consistency through Rohan that doesn't seem to be
it's
quite
so
there in
good.
the others. Yeah.
It's so good. Again, like the landscape designs are beautiful
They
elsewhere,
are.
but like the way that both the landscape design and the really thoughtful, again, the thoughtful variations within the consistent schema, and then like the cosmetics and the horse cosmetics and
the horse cosmetics. Yeah, because this is when they first broke in the war steeds.
With the war
you could
steeds,
start doing
so like
oh man.
so again, like with the having, it was just, I mean, that's just the best. So like Rohan is my favorite look of everywhere. And so I love the meat halls. Again, there's just nothing. I mean, again, I love the areas. There's a lot to enjoy about, the towns in Gondor, and
I agree.
And as I just got to to the raft elves base where Bilbo stole the pie. Yesterday, and it's beautiful. Like I love the elf areas, and I'm looking forward to going around Esgaroth and Dale and Erebor, which is what's coming up next for Grifflet. But I just am. It's Rohan is just, and there's still nothing like the excitement of like seeing the mead hall in each new town you go to, right? Like, and be like, oh, what's this mead hall going to be like? It's so
I am
great.
so excited to finally get into Medjugorje because I have so this is the only character that I've got that's this high that has just done it naturally. Like Halliger, my hunter, who's at like 156 or something like that. He's I Valard him from, I want to say like the 60s to 120, and then just started playing again. And so even though I have a house that overlooks Medjugorje, my I can like, there's the hall, I can't go in because I don't have the corresponding quest.
Right.
And I'm excited to finally get there and to see inside. I've seen pictures. I've walked around the outside because you can go there, but you can't go in.
So the thing that you need to treat yourself with when you do get into Medjugorje, spend some time with the tapestries.
Yes.
Oh, the tapestries in Medjugorje are so good.
I think I bought a couple on the auction house, but
possibly
they're not in Medjugorje. They're not there next to the big fireplace in the middle with the louvers in the ceiling and the. I mean, cannot wait. Well, let's talk to Swithorn and see what he has to say.
Okay.
I lost my knife. Captain Theodmar told me of the circumstances involving Malbeort and my dagger. I understand your reasons to suspect me, but I can assure you I had nothing to do with this murder. My weapon was likely taken from me in order to draw suspicion towards me and away from the real killer. On the night that Malbeort's life was taken, I was patrolling the city perimeter with other guards. Had I left to visit his home, my absence would have been very strongly noted. I have been grieving the loss of my brother, yet, as I have explained to Theodmar, I do not blame the Reeve for his death. I respect Athelward greatly, and I understand his decision must have been a difficult one. I am an honorable man, and these despicable crimes are below me. All right, now we go back to...
Okay, so now this guy's brother died in battle when they were out fighting?
Outside of Elfthangels when he pulled back the defense from Elfthangels.
Okay.
The old man's family died at their farm outside of town because the Reeve refused to provide defense outside the walls of the city.
Okay, so I would of these 3 suspects, I would rank their motives. I think Wigfago has the best motive. Swithorn has the second, and the kitchen maid has the least motive.
Yeah.
The kitchen maid obviously has the best opportunity.
True.
But yeah, I don't really buy it either.
And are we going to be limited to them, or can we choose somebody else? Because I still think the main cook. Katie's forwarded a text to me, a question for you. Are we going to be seeing you at Westmoot from Nate?
Sadly, I will not be able to be in Westmoot on account of I will be in Belgium at the time.
In Belgium, of all places.
Correct. Willamoot is so. It was a happy coincidence that Westmoot happened to fall in a non-Signum Moot weekend last year, but but yeah, it's we have 2 moots scheduled in May. So as soon as they said May, I was like, well, and then turns out, yes, I will be in Belgium for Willamoot, sadly.
All right. I'm trying to figure out how to show names because I know we have them, but I don't know how to show them.
But I will be, I will, of course, be at Mythmoot in June, which is going to be great. Actually, Mike Drout's going to be at Mythmoot this year.
Oh, is he really? Oh, I can't wait. Yep. I am going to that for sure. That's
nice.
That's always
we're having.
If I only get to one moot each year, it's Mythmoot.
Yeah, Mythmoot is just a delightful time.
Figure out. I know there's a way, Katie. Oh, maybe it's under settings. Show graphics and captions. No. Show non-video participants. Video.
Are you trying to see the list of people?
I'm trying to figure out how to show the names.
Oh, hey.
I know there's a way. Let me see here.
I just found that I can activate the chat my own self, so I can see it.
Oh, right on.
There we go.
Well, I don't know how right now. I can. Oh, maybe it's under captions. No, that's captions, like lower third and tickers. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to get rid of that. I don't have to remember. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay. All right. Yeah, I was actually looking, and I only had to make my decision just the other day, but the Netherlands, the folks at Unkundor had invited me to come to Lustrumfest.
Cool.
Which they only have every 5 years, but unfortunately the travel costs of getting there are just too much. It was going to be like $2,000, even after whatever they were able to contribute. It was just going to cost too much for me to go. It would have been interesting though, because I would have gone there and I would have flown back on the Tuesday before Mythmoot. And I think I probably would have just flown directly to
stopped
DC.
I mean, like DC.
Why fly all the way back to the West Coast to turn around 36 hours later?
Yeah, for sure.
Would have given me a couple of days in DC, but yeah, I just can't do it this time. Maybe 5 years from now. They do it every 5 years, so maybe then. All right, Walnoth, we're going to tell you what happened. Each suspect is given a different reason why he or she should be absolved. Swithorn claims to have witnesses. Well, can we go talk to the witnesses for when Malbert was slain? Eldora seems to be lacking a motive to harm either victim, and Wigfugal would like us to consider his lack of access. Time draws near. Consider each testimony and all the evidence discovered. Action must be taken. We must apprehend a guilty party. Okay. Apprehending. Oh, we are only allowed to choose one of those three. All right.
Can't apprehend the cook?
No, we can only apprehend Eldora, Swithorn, or Wigfugal. Huh. Of the three.
Well, it's clearly not Eldora. Like
I don't think it's Eldora. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Like I think she's the worst.
But how could Wigfugal have gotten the poison to the Reeve?
Well, see, but like lack of opportunity, especially with the extreme limitations of our investigation. We have no idea what security is like in that case.
That's true.
Like,
That's true.
I mean, come on. Like, did that cook seem like he was riding that tight a ship?
I still want to arrest the cook, but that's just me.
Sure. Me too. I still think the cook is the best suspect for sure.
Yeah.
But even though we don't have a motive, but again, everybody has a motive, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But even, I mean, if that's the kitchen in there, that food has to be transported all the way up to the, I mean, like, it doesn't have to happen in the kitchen.
No, it could happen.
It could happen at any point along the way. Mr. Respected Elder presumably has access to the meat hall. So
Wigfugal with the candelabra in the library.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Do we have an actual, is there an actual answer, or are all three guilty if you choose them? I mean, like, or are all three innocent no matter who you choose? All right. I'm going to go with Wigfugal. Second greatest opportunity, but greatest motive. Well, second of both. I feel like Eldora's low on both.
I don't know. I think he's got the best motive.
He does, yeah. Whole family.
The best motive, because even though you could say that the Reeves decision was responsible, still, like, brother warrior dies in battle, like
outside the city that he's. Yeah, I mean that's
the city is supposed to defend. So like it's not like I can't imagine a warrior being upset by that, but it's weaker than like
the farmer losing his whole
left
family.
My family to die and then they died.
Like, and they were on a farm right outside the city, but you didn't want to defend them because you would only
that you could have protected but didn't. I think it's definitely the strongest motive. And he's got no alibi. He just claims like, oh, I couldn't.
I'm a respected elder.
I'm a respected elder.
Well, you might be a respected felon in just a moment. Let's
it's apprehend
him.
Yeah.
So you believe Wigfugal to be the culprit? It cannot be underestimated that his grudge gives him the strongest motive. Living alone at his estate, he has no witnesses for his whereabouts. It takes little imagination to see. Trust your decision on this matter. I shall now go to apprehend him and take him to a cell in the dungeon. Meet me inside the dungeon under the mead hall. Only one suspect can be apprehended. Accepting and completing this quest will not allow you to apprehend Eldora or Swithorn. All right. It's just a game, except...
It's just a game. I keep saying that to myself, too.
At the end of the day, it's just a game. All right, so now we got to go into the mead hall, and we're going to go see if we got the right guy.
And I also promise that unlike what you might have chosen to do with certain rangers when you were 14th level, this will not have an impact on the later.
I have heard that is just I'm not pleased about that.
I mean, it's fun that there is a consequence, like that you can see that, but still it's stressful.
That is pain right there.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, he's pretty mad. Wigfugal protested when I came for him, but eventually he relented and came along willingly. We will hold him here as we gather more evidence to prevent him from causing more harm. Thinking on it now, I believe this was the best decision, Hilbern. Wigfugal's disdain for the Reeve led him to this scheme of deception and murder. Athelward's life will be safer with Wigfugal locked away. But will he now? We all owe you a debt of gratitude. The Reeve would like to personally thank you. Go with haste. The Reeve's time is precious. It is rare for him to pay heed to visitors of your stature.
Yeah. He doesn't pay attention to short people very much. So you should
wow.
Yeah.
I am a friend of the Rangers. I am like level 82. What? All right. Yeah. Oh, that's not the front door. I do love the look, the sort of almost Spartan helmets they have.
Yes.
Pretty cool. With the horse on the top. That's such a great look. All right, oh mighty Thane. Oh self-important one. If it had been up to me, I would have not only not arrested anyone, I would have helped them kill you. All right.
Oh, it's Afa and Mildred. I'm a big fan.
I am too. You must be the wise river hobbit I've heard so much about. Yes, we met earlier. I simply must thank you. I could not be more pleased with the results of the investigation. To think that a coward would threaten my life with poisons rather than face me with their grievances in person sickens me. We must put these matters behind us, for further turmoil yet lies ahead for me and my people. Receive this reward and please consider helping us further. All right, chat, let's take a look and see. We can get a ring that gives me a whole bunch of might, which doesn't help me. I prefer agility. Leggings, which are the same level of armor, but do give me a lot more agility. But they give me no crit defense. Big deal. So I get in combat power regen. That's pretty useless. Investigator's shoes don't really help me at all. So I'll take the ring and just sell it. All right. Now I'm supposed to convince crofters to evacuate their homes, but I think I'll do that some other time. Let's just stick to the epic. Oh, he's got 2 more. Post warnings and defeat orc archers in the Norcrofts. So apparently I've gotten a lot more. I am now Hilbern detective.
There you go.
All right. Let's see. So if I take a look, book 8, chapter 9. Okay. So do I want to stay up here near Cliving and do these quests, or do I just want to go on the epic? I think I just want to go on the epic, folks. I mean, if the epic brings me back here, that's fine. But let's go. Well, I've got Corey here. Let's go on the epic.
Agreed.
So we got to go and collect orc emblems from the orcs of the Norcrofts and scout the river crossing southwest of Elfingels. So first thing I'm going to do is go into my quest guide here, and I'm not going to cancel these yet because I might run across them, while we're going down there. But I want to focus on this. So we just need to kill 6 orcs to get emblems and scout the river crossing. So I'm going to turn on my find the path. I have an over-leveled burglar with me, so he can steal the emblems without me having to kill them.
I wish that were true. I would. So, like, I do have a pickpocket ability.
Okay.
One of my I wouldn't call it a grievance. That's just not right. I once say it positively. My fantasy, like my dream as a burglar, is to be able to pickpocket quest items off of people.
Yes. Instead of, you should be able to go to that massive troll and steal the thing out of his pocket, even if his pocket says, "Hey, that's you." Right. Yeah.
Every time that you've got to kill 12 things and hope they drop something, I wish I could just sneak up and pickpocket them all instead.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely. That is my dream. So yeah, you can keep your fast. I'm just on my horse behind you. So
that's totally fine. I'm just going to kill some orcs, try to get some symbols.
What are you using? Like a Gatling gun there? Like it's your rate of fire is ridiculous.
I used improved swift bow, which has 3 missiles in rapid succession.
My goodness.
I forgot to turn on track mines. I'm a crafter, so I definitely stop at most of the scarn deposits when I need that scarn. Like if we were still getting Kalinard, no. Let's try 1 arrow at a time instead of 3. Okay. Oh, I get another quest. Defeat mounted orcs. I'll accept it, but still remove it from my tracker because.
So, this is like with mounted guys is like the one time that I wished I were a hunter.
Oh yeah. So you can shoot from range.
Yeah. You just take them out, like let them ride in circles around you and you just plug them.
Yeah. I'll tell you what though, I tried doing that and my brain just couldn't handle the motion stuff. It was all Dramamine.
Oh, I get so motion sick doing mounted combat. Like I really don't do it anymore. I can't watch it. I can just hold it down when I'm playing. But but like a stream, like it's ridiculous. Like, I always feel apologetic when I do it. I'm like, I'm sorry if I'm making all of you as sick as I am making myself right now. But oh my goodness.
I like Graham's description of my improved swift bow, an M134 5.56 mini bow.
Yes.
That's about right. I do tend to go for, when I build my hunters, I tend to do more of a glass cannon type build, like high damage, but less concerned about survivability or anything. Just kill things and kill them fast.
Yeah.
So like my crit rating is usually super high. So I have a 27% chance of a crit and almost a 7% chance of a devastating. So like more than 1 in 3 will be one or the other.
Right.
And so even on level, I'm one-shotting a lot. But if I pull too many, it's like, Katie, help me out. Because she'll often bring, how do I pronounce her name? Lililai. She's like
that many L's, I have no hope.
L's plus vowel. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, it's Lililai, I think. And I will often have her come and join me just to keep me from getting slaughtered. I'm going to get in so much trouble for that, by the way. Oh, I got to catch up on chat. Respect Elburn. Stab him in the knee, Hilbern. El Karaxamut. Demay says conveniently located. What did you just think? Oh, what did you just say about me getting stabbed in the knee? Because that's how I figured Thingol died, is all his stab wounds are like mid-thigh and below.
Well, I mean, they had to have been. I mean, what's the maximum height on Thingol's person a dwarf could reach?
He's the tallest being who's ever been, right?
He's the tallest of the children of Iluvatar.
That's just crazy. I mean,
completely. But with that kind of a differential, I mean, it's not even fair.
No.
I mean, you'd be really vulnerable to people with axes at your feet. You know,
yeah, at your feet and other things. Yeah. I'm not keen on all the things that they could stab in such a close range.
Yeah. Well, if they could even reach his midsection, like,
yeah, maybe.
I mean, I guess with their axes, possibly, if they're
stabbing upwards, depends on whether they had some reach.
Yeah,
that's how they do the combine for the dwarf Kingslayer draft.
Right,
they're measuring vertical leap. Yeah,
yeah.
All right, we've got the emblems, and I think we're coming up on the scouting location. Scout of the River Crossing, and now we need to bring the orc emblems.
I'm super envious of how quickly you can grind these things. So I have to admit that Hunter is one of the
warband. I've never done a warband.
You've never done a warband?
Oh, well, we're going to find out now whether I can.
Whoa, I better dismount.
Oh, he's a big boss, isn't he?
He is.
Oh, well, quest ready to advance. Hold on, I got.
Warbands are pretty tough to do on level by yourself, so I help.
That's what I figured. I'm a few levels above, but
yeah. There you go.
Current quest: Warband Skutog, which I can finish. I got a blue box of Norcroft spoils, and then I must have killed enough mounted orcs to finish Vengeance for Elfengils. All right, so now I'm supposed to bring the orc emblems to Elfmar in the Mead Hall of Fandom, which we've not been to before. So we just go down the road. Oh, I love this. The landscape stuff they do here is so beautiful. I mean, this little ford with the way the water's going and the flowers.
Love
it's just really
flowers.
Pretty.
Little waterfall upstream.
I know. It's just, look at that. I mean, sure, you have an orc in the middle of the field standing there waiting to get killed, but, I can accommodate that.
Right. You're just clearing the horizon there.
Exactly. It's a much better view without the bear in the way.
The bear corpse isn't an improvement, but it's only around me, so.
Well, that's okay. You just change that in settings. How long the corpse is.
Okay. There we go.
Quests over here. Alan's pawning off that ring like it's nothing. Is Alan Tom Bombadil? Katie says the two things Alan can't pronounce: Lilialai and Taniquetil. Except I have just pronounced both correctly.
There you go.
I do admit that I failed at Taniquetil early on. And it's because I listened to the audio book, and so I was pronouncing it Taniquetil.
Can I?
Yeah.
So
you can do anything.
Having just praised Mike Drought, and his recent book as one of the greatest Tolkien books I've ever read, can I just gently tease him and say, because I'm listening to the audiobook, which he reads brilliantly.
Yeah.
But can I just say that listening to Mike Drought pronounce Tolkien names is a real ego boost.
That's fair.
Oh my goodness. Like, it's hilarious. Hilarious.
I wonder if his editor was like, no, I want you to pronounce it this way. And he's like,
I've heard him do this in talks and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like it's interesting. Like, he just kind of doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like, and there are a number of things you can tell. There are several things. Like, I mean, like when he says things like Parth Galen, for instance.
Yeah.
Or I'm trying to remember. There was one that was so botched it took me a second to even figure out what
to decipher it
was. Yeah. And it was because it was not only was he mispronouncing it, he was actually doing the consonants in the wrong order.
Oh, so it was like misreading it somehow.
Yes, it was like a complete misreading, which means but again, like, it's not a criticism.
No, of course.
I find this charming, and especially it's actually kind of effective in the context of this book.
I don't know where I'm going. I'm just going to go through the farm like the hobbits did.
Yeah, no, this is great. This is do you know who lives here?
This was Elfhelm's place, but he's off.
Yes, this is Elfhelm's place. Yeah.
Which I keep wondering, like, again, why is he not the Reeve? Boss man should be boss man. All right. Yeah, that's funny. All right, I'm going to grab the milestone real quick and replace Cliving with that.
Yes.
Actually, I'll replace Elfengils.
It's kind of charming because he's obviously pronouncing these things the way he's been pronouncing them since the 70s.
Right, exactly. When he was a kid and had nobody telling him how to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I mean, and we all have those. I mean, we all have things that we've been mispronouncing since we were little. And I mean, like, that's why I mean, as many of my listeners know, I have been recently schooling myself to pronounce Gil-galad's name correctly. Gil-galad was what I've said ever since I was a kid. I still will
it's taken me
occasionally
forever to fix that one. Yeah.
I will still occasionally slip a Maedhros in.
Instead of the Maedhros, yeah. But at least you got the DH
goodness.
right. You're not slipping in a Maedhros, right?
Yeah. No, though Mike does Maadros or something like. He doesn't do the DH consonant, and he doesn't do the AE diphthong.
He does it like 2 letters.
That was one of the ones that I had a hard time on. I'm like, who is he talking about? Oh, Maedhros. Good grief. Yes. Yeah.
In fairness, when I started the TTT, a few months in, I started getting emails from one of the viewers, a very scholarly, well, you know Barragond, right?
Oh, of course.
So, I mean, everybody knows Barragond.
Yeah.
The guy who single-handedly won the inaugural PPP Moot Trivia Contest against a team of 4 that included Chad and Tanya and a couple other like ringers.
Barragond knows almost everything.
Seriously. So he helpfully, coached me a little bit through some of the pronunciations. I'm still like, because I feel like it's not right to call him Turun Turambar, but apparently it is Turambar, not Turambar, because the MB is a double consonant. And you're like, of course it is. Why didn't I think of that? But Anders is something else. All right. Elfmar. Welcome to Fandom, friends. I want to give him, in a world where Elfhelm is off in war and I've been left to run this place. These are not the first such emblems I have seen. I know the orcs move across the Norcross in great numbers. I am trying to do the best I can to combat them while my father is away at the Fords of Isen. I've known Thane Mildreth since I was a boy. She was not Thane then, of course. It is a great shame what happened to her husband and to her son, but I'm not attributing her words solely to grief. Reeve Athelward is many things, and I would never say he lacked courage, but the simple fact is that Cliving is far away. He worries first about Cliving and second about the other towns within his riding. I would actually say about 7th about the other towns within his riding.
Yeah.
You tell Elfmar that you spoke with his father, Elfhelm, at the Fords of Isen. By the way, that was an incredible instance in this game. I'd never done it because I hadn't. This is my first character to get there. Mm-hmm. Oh, what a moment that was. To be there at the Battle of the Fords of Isen was just...
Yes. Oh, that was amazing. That is one of the greatest. That whole sequence, the whole Fords of Isen sequence,
the whole Fords of Isen, and then all the way to Parthgalen to see the breaking of the Fellowship from Frodo's perspective, then from Boromir's perspective, then from Sam's perspective.
Yes,
man, you just put it straight in my veins, man. This is good stuff.
It was so good.
We got a question from Nate in the chat. Anything you're hoping or excited to see in Rings of Power Season 3, Corey? I noticed the absence of and Alan.
Yes.
But I'm looking forward to stuff too.
Because I'm excited to see a lot of things. I will be really interested. So I think, there have been rumors, of course, about the time jump that's likely to happen at the beginning of the season, which I think it's Maggie and I were just kind of thinking through the different, I almost said quest lines, the different storylines in Rings of Power, and all of them really are primed very well for a jump.
I think they are.
It makes a lot of sense. The only one that is like a little bit awkward for a jump is like, I kind of want to know what happens sooner rather than later with Muriel and Farazan. And with Elendil to some extent, though, having him missing the moment when he arrives and is reunited with Anarian, but I can say it'll be fine. Like I can see jumping.
The thing is, the Numenor storyline has been one of the strongest, and so I really hope they focus on that. I mean, I hold no great love for the whole Hobbits and Harfoot storyline and the Saruman storyline.
I will say in front of you what I said to what Maggie and I were talking about the other day.
Please do.
what I would love, and I don't know how, like, I don't know how drunk exactly I'd have to get Patrick to get this, but uh, but what I would really love to get from Patrick someday is just tell me what your vision of the Harfoot story was.
Yeah.
The original vision. Like before you started season 1 and you had the plan for the whole thing. I really like, so because like, it's not, if they either continue to radically reduce or even remove the Harfoot plot from the story, it'll be fine. I'm ready to accept that. And I'm not saying I'm going to like, you know, hate the show if they do that or whatever. I do like the Harfoot story, but because I'm interested in, and this, the Harfoots are the biggest example. There are smaller examples too. Well, I mean, Gandalf is the biggest example. The Gandalf thing is the biggest example. The Harfoots are kind of involved in that, but I would love to know. I'm sad that we're not gonna ever get their original vision for the story. And it may be that what comes is good. It may be that what comes will be better than their original vision. That's, I mean, I don't rule that out.
I don't know what it was. Yeah.
Exactly. But I'm never going to know what it was. And that's
not until after the show is done. And then maybe he'll give you an interview and answer that for you. I don't know.
Maybe, but that would involve him admitting publicly that like he was forced to change it, which I doubt he'll ever do. That's why I am talking about getting him drunk someday. But, but I don't know. But I would love to know that. I would love to know what was their original vision. What was this? I mean, I think it is transparently perfectly clear that their original vision was that the stranger and the dark wizard are the two blue wizards, that they were going to do the good blue and the bad blue wizard.
I would have been fine with that.
That is perfectly clear. It is perfectly clear that is, I am 99% confident that was the plan through season 1, and they were forced to change that and make him Gandalf by the studio for season 2. And it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Like, probably, like, they can do it. It's possible to make this kind of pivot and to write the new story. But again, it's hard for me not to be like a little bit sad that I'm never gonna see what they.
I think I probably would have liked the original better, because
I definitely
an original element. The Blue Wizards would have been great, because that's blank pages to work with. But like you said, the studio forcing that change, it's more the prequel trap. It's the same stuff that the Hobbit films fell into, like Legolas looking at the little picture in the locket on glowing, like, oh, who's that ugly thing? Oh, it's my wee son Gimli. Like, why do we have to include that here? Right. You're including it because you're trying to point out we're connected to this other story.
Yes.
Don't just tell that in the story, you know?
Yes.
So it feels like the Gandalf thing, especially when he said the follow your nose thing. I was like, oh gosh, it's Gandalf. Let alone Grandelf. Like, what kind of weird, wonky philology is Grandelf?
No, I mean, it's you know, whatever. Like, they're kind of doing the best they can. Graham is asking, how do we know this has changed?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I know this has changed from both from what we saw in season 1 and from what they told us both before season 1 and before season 2.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
think their vision changed, by the way. I think it was just the studio told them to change it.
Yeah.
They did make a very good point. You're gonna have a hard time getting Patrick drunk, isn't he, a Mormon?
Yes. And it's not that I don't appreciate that as an obstacle, D-May.
The good news is that means his tolerance is really low. You might be able to get him with one drink.
It won't take much.
Unlike the German group that I don't know how much they would have had to give Tom to drink to get information from him that got him in trouble. But
there's
never give an interview when you're drunk. That's good advice, apparently.
Yes.
So you're looking forward to that storyline and seeing maybe how it goes. It'll be interesting to see, because they've now met the Stewards, so now it'll be interesting to see them introduce the Falahides at some point. I think for me it was I liked the storyline in season 1 with the Harfoots. I was cool with the Harfoots there, except for their weird sort of almost cannibalistic self-sacrifice.
I liked
death worshipping marches.
Here's what I liked about that. What I liked about that is that they were, so it would have been simple. It would have been simple. It would have been easy, and nobody would have complained if they had just had third age Shire style hobbits show up in this show.
Yes.
Like if that would have been, they could have done that. That would have been, that's the path of least resistance.
I do like this sort of growth idea. This,
yes, but like the idea of like, no, these are hobbits in the ancient days, in their wild wandering days before they settled down, while they was, and the imagining, like, what would a society of hobbits who are small and vulnerable, like before they had a home that was safe, before they were protected by rangers, like when they're out in the wild, like what would their lives have been like? And like to make them into these like nomadic peoples who like they can't afford to, like, because if they, you know, so like the whole
very good at the game Lifeboat.
Yeah, I mean that like again, like, you know, everyone was like, oh, like the leaving behind thing is so horrible. It's like, dude, the life of primitive migratory peoples was really harsh. Like, those kinds of decisions you have to make all the time. I mean, like it's, and again, it's that doesn't mean that, like, you know, a counter to that is like, that doesn't necessarily mean it's like fun to watch, or
well, and that's
like
where I landed, right? Like I liked it in the sense that it was a very interesting story element. I didn't like it in the sense that I wasn't, it was an unpleasant element to the story.
It is unpleasant. It's,
but I liked
I was interested in
seeing the Harfoots, and I would have had the Harfoots just, I don't know, it was combining their storyline with the Saruman storyline that I didn't find keen, but they had to move them on somewhere to find the Stewards. And then they're going to find the Falahides later, so we'll see how it goes. As long as they do a good job with Numenor, I'm all in. I'm excited. And
that's my number one time jump hope. So obviously, one of the risks that they had to take. So I mean, obviously, you can only tell a certain chunk of time. Like they can't tell 1,500 years of time.
No.
In the course of the season. So making the storyline of the 5 seasons of the Rings of Power happen within the lifespan of Valendil and Isildur is almost necessary. Like, you can't really do it any other way, or else you're introducing a whole new cast of human characters like every episode,
which I think you could pull off as long as you had a few characters that were through characters. Like I look at Foundation as a good example of that. Like Foundation, sci-fi story, big franchise, just like Lord of the Rings. And in the books, the time jumps and there are no characters that are through, but we understand that's not quite how TV works. You need to have those consistent presences.
Yeah.
So you have stories of, you know, well, these emperors are clones of each other. And then you have, you know, Hari is you know, an AI projection and this kind of thing. So story elements that fit so that you still have the same actors playing these same roles, but time still has jumped. And I don't know if you could have done that within the context of Lord of the Rings. It's a different world because you don't have sci-fi stuff like cloning and AI. But, you know, I would have liked to have seen some mix of that. I don't know. But
no,
I agree. You've got to, once you start with Elendil alive, you can't, certainly you've got it. That's your framework.
Right.
I mean,
and so, of course, like the simple thing for that. And again, this is what I was looking at where is it? Jacqueline was saying that she said, I love a creative choice when a creative choice is for the challenging versus the safe and comfortable. And to me, that's been Rings of Power in almost every element from the beginning. Like they've rarely done the safe and easy thing. They've taken risks everywhere. And that's interesting. And like, guess what?
It's paid off very, very well. Yeah.
Some of it has, and some of it hasn't. And lots of people have hated it because they're sure. So, and that's what happens when you make risky choices.
But I couldn't possibly say I hate the show. It's a fine show. But it just has its moments, strengths and weaknesses.
No, it certainly does. But anyway, so
shooting down a hillside to dam up a river.
Right. Here's another example. The
cavalry that fights standing still. Anyway.
The Numenor story, right? So so given the choice, the very understandable choice to say this whole show is going to happen during the lifetime of Isildur and Elendil. The simple and easy thing would be to be like, we now join the cruel empire of Numenor already in progress, right? Like
that's right.
That's easy.
You want to tell that story because that's a really cool story.
Exactly. So, but like, how can you do both? Well, that's hard, but that's what they've been doing.
They're trying to do,
right?
yeah.
That's what they've tried to do. And is it more difficult? Like, is it more of a strain to believe, that Numenor is going to go through this progression of like sort of innocent and non-military through like active military and just a little bit dodgy to like totally evil,
killing people on the temple altar,
right?
yeah,
exactly, within the span of people's lives. Like that's harder to, like that's a much bigger lift for them to achieve creatively, but like they're going for it. And I'm, and this is why I get frustrated with people who are like, but that's what Numenor should like, this is not right. Numenor should already be in Middle Earth. Numenor should already be doing all this. And I'm like, just go, like, listen to what they're like, listen to the story they're telling. They're trying to do this story, and they're trying to do both. And it's interesting. Like, does it work perfectly? No, it doesn't work perfectly. Are there
I mean, because like you said, it's a little unbelievable to go from A to B that quickly.
It's challenging.
They have a chance this season to make that progression, to show us like a small jump to where now they're present in Middle Earth. They're building their big places. Maybe we can get even a glimpse of Londire, and we can see them becoming more and more oppressive over the course of the year, until at the end of the year, their army's so big they come and they capture Sauron, and there's the end of season 3. So that season 4 is Sauron and Numenor.
Yep.
And how amazing that's going to be, because I will pay money to watch that. I mean, I think of the Anatar Celebrimbor storyline, which was
same thing.
Some of the very best television I've seen, period, regardless of show.
So good.
Incredible acting, incredible tension, incredible fidelity to the text, and yet also creativity within that framework.
Yes.
I just thought, wow, that is going to make his seduction of Ar-Pharazôn, I'm a prisoner. Okay.
yes.
But it's going to make that so good.
Let me help you. Yeah. Oh my goodness. It's so good.
I can't wait to hear him like literally convince him to worship Morgoth. Mm-hmm. Because that's what he did. And how wild is that? That's going to be dark. It's going to be really dark. And the show has shown it's not afraid of going that way.
Exactly. And this is why, so this is one of the things that I'm definitely interested in seeing with the time jump, because I think of Numenor, like the Numenor Middle Earth relations. I think of that in 3 stages, right? Okay. So I think, stage 1 is like the benevolent kings of the sea stage. Yeah. Stage 2 is the we're taking tribute now stage, and stage 3 is the we are enslaving you and sacrificing on the altar stage, right? So I'm expecting that the time jump is going to enable them.
Good with a nice Chianti sort of stage.
right. Basically, I expect them to jump into full stage 2 Numenor.
Yeah. They've got to jump to that.
Yeah. And
I think we saw the seeds of that at the end of last season with
Kemen coming down, and exactly. Yeah. And also, I loved the hintings towards the deforestation. And therefore the conflict with the Ents and Entwives that's going to be accompanying that.
That's going to be so good.
I'm suspecting, by the way, which I think is genius, actually, that they're going to conflate the Numenorian deforestation of Eriador with the destruction of the Entwives, like the loss of the Entwives gardens.
Why not? Because we don't know what happened to the Entwives. That's the whole point. So
we know it happened in the Second Age in the wars with Sauron, but we don't know who did it and why. And so to take those two kind of environmental disasters and to conflate them into one thing is what I think.
Put them all on Kemen, so that when he becomes the 9th and weakest Nazgul, we can mock him for the rest of eternity. He will undoubtedly become. I can't even say it on air, but he'll be the weakest of the 9. But he'll be one of the 9.
Yeah.
He's going to be he's destined to be a Nazgul, right?
I'm just kind of hoping he dies. I still think Aarion is going to be a Nazgul. Like I've been saying that from the beginning.
I think she will be after she architects the temple to Sauron.
The temple. Yeah. Well, she may do that with the Ring of Power.
Ooh.
Like she may have a Ring of Power when she does that.
Ooh, you're right. I hadn't thought about that.
She'd be under Sauron's direct control.
Yet. She won't be undead.
No. She won't be undead. But I'm not expecting any of the Nazgul to actually become ghouls.
They won't on the show, right?
Yes, with the Nazg and not with the ghoul yet.
Or it's Nazg and no with Ool. Yeah,
and no ring. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yes.
So if we've got it is said that 3 of the Nazgul were Numenorian lords of high rank. So we've got Kemen, Aarion, and I think it's the dude that went Farazan. That guy, the political hack.
Yeah,
the noble that was backing Farazan. Yeah.
I have to say, I would not be mad. Many will be, but I would not be mad if they deviate from those numbers. Like I would actually prefer it for them to choose like cooler plot related people than to shoehorn people to like fill their quota of 3 Numenorians. But if they do 3, then I agree he is the likely third.
And Theo's the Witch King.
My preference is still that Theo becomes the King of the Dead.
That's exactly what it was, because they set that up with his
oath, like his duty and the oath discussion he was having with Isildur.
With Isildur himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think I thought Witch King, and then I saw that I'm like, nope, he's gonna be the King of the Dead. Because originally, of course, season 1, that my thought was that whatever Sauron's name is, I can't remember whatever it was back then. I thought he was actually going to be the King of the Dead because he was talking about having an army and all this stuff.
Yeah, no, that would Halbrand. That would have been my favorite. Halbrand.
Couldn't remember his name for the life of me. Like Anatar, Sauron.
The other
whatever
guy.
His name is.
No, that was always that would have been my favorite Halbrand result. But
yeah, certainly better than any of the Haladriel results. But Katie swears that Kemen is going on a villain arc and is going to become formidable. That way he and his dad don't get the gift of the feast at the same time.
I'm open to it.
I just we'll see.
The thing that is that there's enough tension between him and Farazan that he's not just pure stooge. Like he's not merely like an extension of Farazan's malice.
No, he pretty much kind of hates his dad in spots.
Yeah, exactly. So there's enough gap there that that he could develop his own kind of separate villain arc.
That's true.
It's just hard to take him seriously.
DeMay had an electrical problem, and now she says if the building catches fire, she'll get to meet hot Italian firefighters. Go DeMay. I don't know if
there's a silver lining to every cloud.
There is a silver lining to everything. I'm going to try to tackle one instance here because I don't know if you'll be able to join me or not. It's a training area. Nope, I can't enter it while in a group. So stick around because we'll wrap up the chat in a bit. But I'm going to go ahead and you've already done it. Thank you. And I'm going to travel now and do this. It says I'm in a group. I thought I dismantled that. Fellowship, disband. There we go.
Okay, there we go.
All right, travel now. So we'll finish this up and then we'll quit the stream, the gaming stream, but we'll still chat until things over in about 20 minutes. Oh, Horn's here and Nona and Corridon. All right. Things go ill in Rohan Hilbern. I fear that the king's men are fewer than in days past and less resolute. I've heard whispers from villagers and lords alike that put little faith in Theoden King. I stand with Eomer, the king's nephew and third marshal of the Riddermark. He is my shield brother. We have sparred in peace and fought side by side during war. If he were here, he would be the first to volunteer to train with my men. Alas, Eomer is carried hither and yon by the tides of danger. So that's where a hobbit comes in. Okay, I'll do my best to stand 7 foot tall. It's the very enclosure where my father taught me to swing a sword when I was but a child. Let us see if I can make my father proud. We should be the first combatants. Train with Elfmar until he yields. We begin the day's combats with a Heartseeker. Ah, you got me. No, I will try not to hurt these horse lords too badly for your sake. Oh, she's going to have some fun. Oops. I didn't mean to stab him that deep.
That's right. It's a learning process, right? It's all...
Oh, Nona's going to kill somebody, I swear. This man has the rank of Guma. His mood is one of eagerness, born in Fandom and a frequent companion of Elfmar and Eomer. And he too will fall to the minigun. Yep. I noticed Cordan's not training any of them. Cordan the brave, Cordan the strong. All right. This one's got a rank of Keorl, so he's a Just a commoner there, right? Tremble, you face a skilled opponent. I give up! We try to find the humor in the game. This man has the rank of KR. His mood is one of trepidation. All right, I'm ready, I suppose, for Garsfeld and Elfmar. Oh, no, I shot him in the eye. All right. Next guy.
I hope that was a salutary lesson.
That's right. We fight. Good combat, I thank you.
I'm sure he's going to be no end a better warrior because of that.
That's right. This man was born in Minas Tirith. I'm ready to do battle. Are you ready for the same? Good. That was a good fight.
That was a good fight. Thank you for shooting me with an Uzi in the chest from 3 feet.
All right. It was not enough. This man has the rank of Rink. His mood is one of weariness. He was born in Longhold and has seen much of war. He's only here because his steed succumbed to exhaustion. He offered his sword to Elfmar as a means of regaining his honor. I'm hungry for a chance to prove myself. You're hungry for an arrow in the belly. Here you go. Catch. This is not the day I regain my honor. All right. Do I find anybody else? There's another ring to fight. All right. Another Rink. Eagerness. Born in Fandom. His loyalty's always been to Elfhelm and his heirs. I'm ready for you. Show me your skill. Boom. Skill shown. All right. Elfmar.
Is toying with that guy over there.
Really is. Oh, man. Horn's still fighting? And where's Nona? Oh, man. She's still fighting, too.
Yeah.
All right. I'm ready to spar with you again. This time I will not let you have the victory. A second bout, and this one shall go to me. You think? Oh, Elfmar. I yield. Very good. Never bring a knife to a gunfight. Horn, are you ready to prove yourself to me in battle? I did not catch that, Nona. What did you want? I want a challenge. Do you think you can provide it? Depends on where this challenge is taking place, Miss Nona. I think you will find I can. Do you see the strength in my sword arm? Where? Wow. Here, my sword. Oh, you're having a jest.
You call that an arm?
That's right. I would spar with you, lady, but I would fear to harm such a delicate flower. I will not be called that by you, lady. Delicate. I'll show you. I'll show you, Shocky. And they're fighting, and we can't do anything to join, which is too bad. The sexual tension here is just too much.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's through the roof by this time.
I mean, you expect them to, like, make out immediately after this fight.
I think they kind of do, actually.
Is this when they finally, yeah.
I think
you reminded me of a hangout.
I think this is kind of the turning point.
Is it? I'm not surprised. It's about time. These two have been making words and eye contact. Oh, I see Cordan has a ring. I'm supposed to go talk to him while they fight. I got to stood there for 20 minutes. Oh my, Nona and Horn will likely be sparring like that for a while. I've been wondering how much longer it might take. Each of their interest in the other has been quite obvious to me, though perhaps not to themselves. Would you like to spar with me? They're not likely to end anytime soon. Well, as long as ours doesn't end the same way, Cordan, I'm fine fighting you.
That's it.
I don't want to
keep
kiss
this professional, Cordan.
That's right. Very good. Nice and short. I see that Horn and Nona are not yet finished. Nice and short. Things we don't want to hear Nona say. Elfmar, what are you saying? I don't quite know what to make of this, Hilbert. If I didn't know better, I'd say those two were recording. But that would be unwise to say aloud. Perhaps I'm mistaken.
Yeah, let's not say that aloud.
Elfmar shakes his head. Thank you for your help. I know my men are better prepared. I hope you found the training useful as well. And travel now. So Horn and Nona are still going at it.
That's it.
Fighting, sparring.
Fighting.
All right. So now I'm supposed to talk to Elfmar in the mead hall. So I'll go get myself in the mead hall, and then I will exit the game, and we'll wrap up. TTT Discord hangout in 15 minutes. Of course there is. All right. And we're going to exit the game. And I'm going to come back to the restream window where I will remove that camera. You're not. There we go. Had you window on. Okay, not that one, which is this one, right? But switched. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know what I said, but I am sorry. I mean, actually, I know I said some things. I just, Horn and Nona, it's obvious. Rules for thee, but not for me. Well, it is my show. I am a benevolent dictator, but it is my show. All right. This has been fun, Corey. I'm so glad you could join me today, man.
Absolutely. This has been fun.
We got some more chat. I'm sure we've got some more chat questions. We're going to let people throw some in there. Please, any more questioning? We questioned the suspects. Any more questions for Corey, who was not a suspect in the murder of any Reeve?
Right. And there's questionable comments to be made, but that's not what we're talking about.
Well, no, so, those are the ones that I make. You don't need to ask about those. Yeah, see. I do that so that he doesn't have to, and that way I take all the heat. That's what it is. That's how it's all set up.
Yeah.
All right. Questioning the rules of this stream. Question your questionable comments. I'm getting all sorts. I'm going to be in trouble for this. Katie's going to have words with me when we're done. So the host herd, like herding cattle, not host herder. That would be different. Though I'm sure there are days she wishes she was that.
I was going to say there's only under particular circumstances.
Yeah.
There has to
be Katie already has words for me. I am in so much trouble. Nate asks, if LOTRO was going to get the rights to the rest of the Legendarium, what would you most excited to see them adapt? Fall of Gonlin?
Yeah.
I
think honestly, first it would be Numenor. I would love to be able to just go around Numenor. Like,
oh my goodness,
to be able to do like LOTRO Numenor,
yeah,
where you can go town to town and like get to know all the different areas of Numenor, and
like one area that's like all the fishing people on the South Shore, and the people that climb the cliffs on the. You could even do the cliff climbing thing that they do. The dancing bears.
Dancing bears, exactly. Yeah,
you get to climb the Mental Tarma, but you'd have to be super quiet.
Yeah,
or the Eagles of Manwë will come and kill you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I know it'd be awesome. See, it's hard because on the one hand, like, I don't think I would want LOTRO to adapt Valinor. Like, I don't think I want to see the Blessed Realm. Like, because like, how could that not be a disappointment?
That's the thing. Like, that's the thing.
How could you make a place where you're wandering around and you're just like hanging out,
doing like kill quests,
right?
Maybe instead of doing Valinor as a region, you could have 1 or 2 session plays that take you to moments like the kinslaying at Alcalonde, and you could do that.
Like Fëanor refusing to hand over the Silmarils.
Yeah, can you imagine getting to session play as Mandos himself or something?
Oh man.
That'd be pretty darn cool.
So the best thing, just like as I said, I really love the present participles in the progress bars. But my very favorite thing are the skill buttons in session plays.
Yes,
I love to like, as soon as I get into session play, I'm like, okay, it's the one time I'm sorry I can't pause the game. Because I'm like, hang on, I need to like read all of the alt text when I mouse over each one of my skill things.
I just wish it copied my exact UI settings from the regular play, because when I go into session play, the icons are teeny tiny little things at the bottom that I can't see at all.
Yes.
That's the first thing I have to do. But I agree. I love hovering over those and just seeing like, who am I playing? Because sometimes you're just playing like a guard. I remember that scene where you're accompanying Isildur up the hill of Erech.
Yes.
And you're like, oh my gosh, this is awesome.
I was just thinking about that one. Yes.
That would be amazing. To me, I always say, what fresh hell is this? That's about right. The icons are so tiny. I don't know what to do. We have so many comments about people, what they would like to see. Prime Voicey asks, Corey, how many episodes should the PPP spend on the Council of Elrond without stepping on your turf? Fortunately, we've already done the council. We did 5.
I mean, what are you saying? You did it in less than a year?
We did the crossover together back in how many years ago was that? I mean,
hey, I am one this coming Tuesday. This coming Tuesday, we're actually going to finish. We're going to finish the Bridge of Khazad-dûm chapter.
No way.
Yeah, we're going to finish it.
But then you still have Lothlorien, you still have the end of like literally the end of Fellowship of the Ring is still years away.
Yeah, and there's so much poetry in Lothlorien.
Oh, that's true.
It's
Oh,
gonna
the
take.
Namarie alone, you could spend 3 or 4 episodes on.
Oh man, 3 or 4? Are you kidding me? I spent 7 episodes on Gimli's song.
Those
in
are
Moria.
rookie numbers.
I spent 7 episodes on We Sit Beside the Fire and Think.
Oh no!
Yeah, we did a stanza an episode when we were doing that. But
oh man,
and that was before I even started doing my phonetic analysis. Oh my goodness! No, it's going to be awesome. I'm so looking forward to that.
Cool.
But yeah, no, it's great. So one of the things that was really fun in doing our very careful read of the Balrog scene. So one of the things that's so striking is how little physical description he gives for the Balrog. Like he just never ever tells us what the Balrog looks like. And so this has led to our sort of in-house favorite kind of trivia question, which is, what body parts do we know for certain that the Balrog has? For certain, mind, not by inference. There are other things we can infer that it has. But there are, in fact, a small number of Balrog body parts that are actually mentioned in the text. And the answer to this question, it has a mane. It has hands. And it has nostrils and feet.
I was going to say the feet I know come to mind, but
feet. This is important. It does not have hooves. It has feet.
No, it has feet.
It has feet. I don't know how many toes Balrogs have, nor even if they do have toes, as in fact the troll had a toeless foot. The most recent antagonist foot we have seen was toeless, so it's possible that the Balrog is toeless as well. But it has feet and not hooves. It has hands and it has nostrils.
It has nostrils. Hence a nose. I think you can infer at least a nose, but
you can infer a nose. But again,
nostrils could just be straight out of the skull without a nose.
Could be just
You're right,
slits. Again, so again, there are several things. Like I'm confident that he probably also has arms and legs, given that he has feet and hands.
That he's bipedal.
And I generally bipedal.
He's described as like a man but larger, man shape but larger. So that tells me bipedal.
Man shape, but greater. Greater is a delightfully more ambiguous word.
Right. That's such a vague. Yeah, it's not larger.
It almost certainly means bigger.
Yeah.
But it also means more
almost certainly.
Bigger. Yes, almost certainly. Exactly. But you couldn't absolutely.
It's a non-zero chance that it doesn't mean that.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
And what does of man shape maybe mean? Like
presumably bipedal with his head located above the shoulders, kind of thing.
Exactly. That my conclusion is of man shape maybe tells us that the body plan is basically a humanoid body plan.
Yeah, it's not an animal body like a lion body or a
He's not quadruped. He's not he doesn't have like 8 arms, or something like that. He has a probably 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head.
Yeah.
But that's all.
That's all we know.
That's all we know. And he's got a mane. He's got a mane.
Well, if you take a look at Ralph Bakshi's interpretation, he has the body of a retired weightlifter, the mane of a lion, the wings of Mothra, and he's got the bathroom slippers of Sasquatch.
Well, I was gonna say, and a pair of Uggs. Yes.
Exactly. I like Sasquatch's bedroom slippers, but neither one works for me. That's good stuff. We have to go. I'm going to actually say farewell because I've got a Discord hangout in 5 minutes for the TTT folks. Corey, thank you so much. We've got to do this again. I meant to ask you this maybe for another time. Do you have the ability to do a 2-camera setup if you've got Magic the Gathering cards? We could do like the starter deck.
I actually don't have Magic the Gathering cards.
Okay.
So Magic is one of the things I haven't done.
Okay. So. All right. Well, we could do something else. Have you played Journeys in Middle Earth?
I have not.
Okay. Neither have I. Maybe we can figure that out. We'll figure something out. But this is always fun. This is always a good go-to. We'll definitely have to do this again. If we can line it up when I get to Meduseld, I will give you a buzz and we'll see if we can get you on.
Awesome.
Right,
And, you know, speaking of things that we should get together, I am looking forward to getting together, having you teach one of our space classes.
Yes, I would like to do that very much. I'm hoping to do that during summer hiatus, actually, to kind of put some plans together and start to assemble that. So yes, we will definitely be doing that in the very near future.
Alan Sisto in the classroom has been one of my goals here for a couple of years. So
it will be a lot of fun. I really can't wait. All right, I got a couple minutes before the Discord hangout, so I'm going to go ahead and
very good. Good to see everybody.
All right, bye. Oh, I almost said end stream, and I didn't mean to end stream. I need to turn off our cameras and do the music, because people are going to be disappointed if I don't do the music. So
you got to do the music.
Totally goodbye to Corey. Goodbye to me.